Are you? The only one in this century?
That has ever slammed the door on my thumb this century.
He's the only one he knows about in this century.
Yeah. Here we are, and it is Saturday morning, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
October
3rd.
Now, Vicki, you look beautiful. Now stop. You notice I'm the one behind the camera.
Yeah, I noticed that.
That's what you did. Oh, let me take the picture.
We're here in the beautiful state of Washington. Allen, Washington, thank you. And we're at the Skelton House, and we're having steel-cut oatmeal made specially by Rick. And if anybody wants to clown up right now so we can save this and laugh about it in about a year. Everybody got really quiet.
Yeah, we're crying.
Yeah. So who's going to win the games today, guys?
The Irish.
Oh, USA.
Yeah. SC doesn't play today.
No, they don't. They play next week against Washington.
They won't be playing. That's not
Tom
a loss.
has on his Notre Dame
That's
shirt.
Not a loss. Right.
Rick has on his USC shirt.
Yeah.
Vicki and I have our purses out ready for shopping. It's so true. It's so close.
Do you have any butter?
Yeah, I have butter.
Can you guys think about doing something a little more exciting than what you're doing? Probably
Here's
not.
real butter.
Right?
Well, whatever. Is that what you use?
The fearsome twosome.
I don't ever use butter on it.
So what did you guys say? Bones and Dr. O? Back in the day?
Of what?
Back in the day, in your heyday, it was Bones and Dr. O?
Yeah, well,
right?
yeah.
Tell us a story about the two of you. What's your favorite story about the two of you?
You need a whole library.
Hey,
we'll do that in round.
We got so many of them, it would take me 45 minutes just to figure out which one I liked the best.
Well, actually, there was a time in 1966. And
is that?
It was right after a fraternity meeting.
1956?
66.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the fraternity.
The maternity?
Right.
Oh.
The fraternity meeting was over, and so it was about 7:30 at night.
Oh, God.
And anyhow, we were all in a kind of playful mood, and there were like 40 brothers there. But Rick and I lived there.
Tom was in a playful mood, not the
Rick
rest
and I
of
lived in the blue room, see? And anyhow, Bookie Malloy, George Malloy, had worn a double-breasted, when we went to our meetings,
brand new sport coat. Double-breasted sport coat.
Yeah, right. In those days, when we went to our meetings, we wore coat and tie, by the way.
To your meetings?
Our fraternity house.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And there was no drinking.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Sunday through Thursday.
But there's always the flask.
No, we didn't do that. But there's always a parking lot. No, it was always a barn.
Oh.
Anyhow, so Ricky had the double-breasted suit, the meeting was over, and he's going out, and Bookie said something, I forget what it was. He's my buddy, I told you about him in Colorado one time. And so I had this thing, it's called Crank shaving cream. Okay, like that. Shook it up a lot. So they, Bookie, come over here, I want to show you something. He comes over towards me, and I went, shh. And boy, it was on. He goes, God damn, you know, and then
all over his new sport coat.
And then Hershey Bar and Chris and everybody all started running towards the house. I jumped out the window and went up on the roof. And this is an old farmhouse in the country. I'm up on the roof. Rick's in the room. I don't know what you're doing there. He's
going to bed.
He's going to bed, right. They go, Tom's up. Well, Rick, his buddy's here. Get him. And they picked him up, put water in the bathtub, and flooded him in the bathtub. And I'm on the roof like, you know.
I had nothing to do with it. They had no idea they even happened, and they come in and they
take him then.
Hey, it took 6 of them to get me in that bathtub.
Guilty by association, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And it still is so.
He must have had something to do with it.
It still is so.
He gave me the idea.
Saturday, October the 3rd, 2015.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you believe it?
And now
that was the future.
He hid up on top of the roof, and when he thought it was clear, he came down and he went up to Harvey's, and he sat in that restaurant for hours before he came back to the house.
That's right.
What an prankster.
That's right, no prankster.
Okay.
We used to have these sleepovers, and for our pledge class had to sleep over. You want an egg?
No, sir.
You want an egg on
I
yours?
would love an egg. I've heard the story about the egg.
Well, we had these sleepovers. The pledge class had to sleep over on a Friday night. So Tom brings along one of those big packs from Tijuana of firecrackers
Oh,
and some M80s.
those are loud.
He puts them out around the cars of the president of the fraternity, Mark von Hetzendorf. Lights them off, blows his hubcaps off. Needless to say, that pledge class was in a lot of trouble, and it was all because of Dr. Rowe. We had no idea he was even doing it.
Well, we used to make them breakfast. The pledges will make breakfast for us. And we made them the best hot cakes they ever had. One of the guys had a dog there. So they fed Dr. Ross dog food was in there. So I said, let's add a little sausage to their hotcakes. And we did, remember? And they loved it. This is great. So you used to cook up.
One time.
Let's go Farley. Yeah. You want some more?
One time we put X-Lax in there.
Oh! That's great.
Well, that worked real good.
That worked real good. I think we
So
should sign up.
the boys missed a few of their classes. Quickly.
We built a brick wall because of the pledges had to go through the back door. They couldn't go through the front door. So during Easter vacation, we built a cinder block wall in front of the front door so they couldn't go in the front door. We got back from Easter vacation and those bricks were gone. We had no idea where they went, but boy, we found out on Hell Night. We had to carry those
They
suckers
dropped
back.
us off in the mountains, yeah. And we had to carry them back.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, each one of us had a brick with our
Name on
our
it.
name on
Our
it, our nickname.